Another day, another field, another farm. Luckily we got moved to this farm. This corn is looking a heck of a lot better than the last place, and honestly it's probably about the best stuff I've seen all year. And it is filling the grain tank, putting a smile on my face. So the last farm kind of sucked and probably really pulled down the average, but it is what it is. And after, even here where the corn's really good, made a hell of a difference on the weeds, probably just from getting the ground covered. I'm gonna have to have a serious talk with my corn planter, and I'm thinking I got a row marker that's a little shorter than what it should be, and I know it was bent, and I thought I had it pretty straightened out, but you can tell when I went one direction and which row marker I used, because instead of a nice 30-inch gap, I got like a 20-inch. Not ideal. Especially because that corner snout is bent out a little bit, so whatever. Sometimes I got a 7-row head, sometimes I got a 5-row, sometimes I got a 6-row. Just depends on what direction the corn planter went. We're filling up the bin, filling up trucks, and they ain't even going through the acres too fast, so that just means it's piling up. Looking up. Got into the next field here. This was actually no-tilled into sod, and it looks really, really, really good here. Filling the tank right up, but you go back over the waterway back over there, and it's spotty as hell and looks like crap. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on, but combination of a deer and maybe the planter not being the greatest. But getting to stuff like this, it's hard to believe the planter would be that iffy. Don't know, but we're filling trucks anyway. That's all that matters. Hello, Paul. I don't think there's gonna be room in this truck. Good problems. I suppose I get this filled up, probably shut the combine down. I don't know how full the holding bin is for the dryer, so we'll start putting one truck in, basically get everything full up, and then start the dryer, because this corn's pretty fast and we're only taking a point or two off it. It's going to run through very fast, faster than we can pick it, honestly. So basically get everything full up, fire it up, and then start picking, try to keep up with it best we can, and hammer through the day. Hopefully someone shows up to drive truck. Or, you know, nobody doesn't. Then I just pick and dry and whatever. It'll get done. Well, somehow we got one row of shame, and I still have some number of rows. I swear to God, when I planted this field, it was sod, good and green. Maybe slightly killed off, but not enough. And I could not see a row marker to save my life. That being said, not that bad for just going on kind of maybe seeing something. I actually planted it just based off of where I could see the rows from the planter, not so much my row marker, because that was useless. But somehow I didn't double plant anything, but my rows got off a hair, and oh well. I'm gonna finish up basically the hopper I'm doing. I guess Ron's gonna come run combine, Danny's trucking. I'm gonna go feed cows and start milking, and I guess we'll see what they get done and go from there. Well, all we got left for corn out here at the rented place is a little strip down there, that piece there, and there's a little dab in the woods Danny's working on right now. So that truck's empty, that truck's full, this truck's full. I emptied that one out, and I'm guessing we'll need this truck back here. So, not terrible corn, I'd say. I figured this would all be demolished by deer, but looks half decent, so that's a pleasant surprise. This thing gets aired up, we will head her back and dump it in and be done with corn for a little while until we got to do the stuff around home, but that's still fairly wet yet, so we're going to give that some time. Ron's going to take the combine back and keep plucking away at his, I guess. So, getting closer to done. All done with the rented ground. Some of it pretty good, a lot of it not so good. I do not want to hear the DNR trying to push one bad thing about the deer herd. It cost me a lot of bushels. Planter cost me a few bushels. But a lot of deer. We'll see what the final tally and the total is on bushel per acre, yada yada. I'm guessing it's not going to be good. So, we'll see, I guess. I really don't like doing this to my round baler. It's gonna be okay, buddy. We're gonna make it through this. Corn stalks are about like baling hammers. Just hard on stuff. That's why we're only doing a little bit, and it'll be quick. You'll be okay. I got faith in you. Baling away. Got number 15 in the chamber. There's a baler back there somewhere in the dust. This ain't a lot of fun. I feel bad for my baler. A lot of dust. Probably would have done these stalks some good to get rained on and wash all the dust off of them. Oh well, they're dry. Well, we got 40 made, and my guess is there's at least 20 left. And I gotta go feed cows. So, might come back and do this tonight. Might leave it for tomorrow. I don't know. It has not been that great. Hasn't been feeding that well. Don't know why. Probably has something to do with some missing pickup teeth, but oh well. I'm not gonna put new pickup teeth in right before I go bale corn stalks, because corn stalks are hard on pickup teeth. There's a car up there and I don't know who that is. Weird. Alrighty, I'm gonna go milk some cows. No, I'm not gonna say what I'm doing, but this is the little tractor of the series, and It's basically the same as the big tractor of the series with more horsepower. But this one doesn't have the horsepower, but it's the same tractor. And yeah, they put this plate here with these round top screws. They are screws, not rivets. And yeah, they don't want you getting to there, but with a hacksaw you can pretty much get anywhere. So we're gonna go there, and then if that don't work, we're gonna go there. This is some good looking corn. Not bad. This is a different brand of corn, and I don't know if I'm at liberty to say what brand it is. But Troy, if you're watching, this is your corn. You know, I thought I wanted a 2388 combine before. Now I really want one. That thing is a fucking machine. Not to mention he's got a chopping corn head on it. Now I feel like an idiot for baling the stalks that came out of our combine, because there is not a chunk of corn stalk at all in this. This would spread like freaking butter. Might actually make some stalks. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm about to quit for chores. Hopefully Danny comes and keeps trucks moving in front of him, because yeah, he can fill them pretty quick. A lot quicker than our MFing combine. It's almost as good as Massey, ain't it? Way better. That's fair. That's fair. Having a little bit of trouble with the head right now, but I still want that thing. I want it bad. Well, the old neighbor is knocking out the acres. We just got basically that hillside left, and Harvest 2024 is all wrapped up. He is knocking them out. And apparently our combine is currently broke down, and Ron's dealing with that, so I might have to go help him fix that. We'll see, but it's definitely a good feeling knowing that if Sean's combine breaks down, I don't have to fix it. So that's always a plus. Anyway, getting closer to done. And before I even got back dumping a load, he's done over there and started on the last side. I guess the other side, last side, same thing. Basically just 2 long strips, and that's all she wrote. Oh, we're getting close. I'm really thinking I'm just not even going to worry about buying a combine. This is a heck of a lot easier. Granted, it's a very good year, so when it rains every other day and custom guys are backed up, then it gets a little tricky. Then it's better to own your own, but this is okay. For this year, this is perfect. he's got a chopping corn head, which I can't zoom forward facing, but it really wrecks the corn stalk. So I'm tempted to make some more corn stalk bales, even though I have plenty, just to see what that's like. Well, there she comes. The last load of corn. Half the speed of smell, but he's coming. Don't look like he's super full either. Was kind of hoping that the trucks were going to keep on rolling in, the corn was going to keep on rolling in, yada yada, but I guess we'll see what the final tally is. So it's weird. It's kind of like that professor with his cat. I mean, as long as the corn was still standing in the field, it could be a great crop, or it could be a terrible crop. And now that it's done, you know exactly what kind of crop it was. So I'm a little scared because I saw a lot of corn that was not that good and didn't really add up. So we'll have to see. I was bored, so we're gonna make some more corn stalk bales. I figured it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. Plus, this was done with that chopping corn head, so they should be pretty good. This is real close to the manure pit, so this is gonna get covered with manure anyway, so why not, right? Oh, that's a nice little job done. Basically just to make a job for us tomorrow. I'm kind of honestly just putzing around today. There's a whole lot I could be doing, but not much I am doing. So let's see what happens. Apparently this thing's got a dead battery, which between this one and that one, they both only have one battery in them, and they should really have two. This thing is, I don't know what to do with it, because every time I try to fix a leak, it either doesn't fix it or a new one pops up. I mean, just breaking my heart. But I suppose we should see if this one actually got power or what's going on. I don't think I did something goofy like unhook the battery, but we'll see. Well, it would appear as though it's not dead. Maybe Danny just forgot that this old girl gets a little oomph oomph when she wants to start. Mostly because it's only got one battery. Also, I just noticed something. This is a huge PSA announcement to anyone who's not familiar with whites. If you get in a white tractor and the steering wheel is not up like this, do not touch it. The big downfall of their steering with all the lines on there, the more you move this steering around, the more it flexes hoses that don't like to flex. So if you get in it and it's like this, that means the guy that has to fix those lines leaves it down. Do not touch it, Danny. And I think even Drew, because that one was like that too. Low key really grinds my gears. Don't do that. Don't do that. Some people do, some people don't. I fix them. I don't like it like that, so don't do that. Have a nice day. Alrighty, we are about to do some shredded corn stalk baling. It has been windier than heck all morning, and I'm actually surprised these windrows are still here. But yeah, the only thing I'm nervous about is the corn stalks that are still standing there. Might be kind of rough on the pickup teeth, but I mean, I pulled out a broken pickup tooth just this morning from the stuff we did, so there's just nothing easy about this. Even got assistance today. And hopefully we get all done, nothing breaks, and we can get this baler back home and washed up, because it is very, very, very dirty. So let's fire her up. I'm thinking I probably should have raked up more. We're probably only gonna have like 12 bales out here, but that's alright. I just pretty much just did this because I was bored, to be honest, so that's fine. But after seeing how nice this stuff bales and what these bales are looking like, I should go get the rake and rake the rest of this. Not enough. Whatever, it'll be enough. It's gonna rain tomorrow, so I don't want to make too much work for myself. Carrying on. It is a dusty, windy, 80-degree day, so I'll take it. Well, marker down for the old Vermeer. 7,622 bales. First bearing went out. The first ever real maintenance I've had to do. Well, the first thing I ever had to do to this thing besides maintenance. This will be the first bearing. I've done, the baler belts, tightened chains, replaced a couple chains. Other than that, this thing just goes. I guess I replaced a couple springs, so pretty solid unit. It still baffles my mind how a sealed, greasable bearing could ever go out. And I do maintenance on this thing religiously. That just goes back to my gripe, I guess you'll call it, with Chinese parts. I don't think you can buy an American-made bearing anymore. I'll find out. But, oh well, for over 7,500 bales and the first bearing, I'll take it. But, for the little 3 or 4 bales I got left to do here, I'm just gonna call it good enough. It ain't worth enough to, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so by the time I get this thing put back together, it'll be rained on. And I don't know who will come out here just to bale 3 bales, so I wouldn't even ask somebody to do that anyway, so I'm gonna call her. God, I probably should have showed it when it was out in the sun. I wouldn't say it's clean as new, but a hell of a lot cleaner. Sick of hearing this dairy farmer now. Don't take care of your equipment, man. Shut up. I got cows to mow. I ain't got time to just sit around with a power washer all day. Oh, there's fucking dust on this. I better freaking wax it. Anyway, this bearing, as you can see, is sitting up here instead of right in the center. And if you look really closely, you can see a ball in there. Well, that'll be a tomorrow project. Watch it rain. Fix the bearing. Ignore the 12 other 1,000 things I have to do, but oh well. Beautiful. Ooh, just beautiful. Bad news, I can't get parts for a week, maybe 2 weeks on the baler, so it was tying up shop space. It's going to the shed. I really got to get cracking on hauling manure, and quite frankly, I put way more hours on that tractor than I really wanted to already this year, so that's fine. This thing, we got to tear into some steering cylinders before this gets ready for hauling manure. Luckily, I got a couple 2150 whites that God knows they ain't no Magnum, but they'll do for hauling a little manure. So we will kick the round baler can down the road. I should probably call and see what I can get for parts for that four-wheel drive Magnum. That'll probably go on a manure spreader. The blue tractor has been getting away with nowhere near the amount of work it should be doing, so that's on the hook for a manure spreader. And what else we got going? And then the 2294 that's on the TMR, the clutch in that is getting just worse and worse by the day. So it's days on the TMR limited, which I was thinking I might pull a 2150 off and put that on there. But I like them in the field. They'd probably be a good TMR tractor, but I'd probably miss it in the field. So I don't know. I'd like to find a dirt cheap 1370 case to replace that with. I ain't getting rid of it. I think what I'm gonna do is pull that off the TMR, and next year it's going on a manure pump, because you really don't move it that much and just sits there and runs a PTO, which that tractor can do. So, and plus it's got a cab, so all my actuators and control boards and that would be under a roof, which would be awesome. They'd be out of the cow's way, which would bring that other 2150 back to the field, which I'm all for that. So if anyone's selling a dirt cheap 1370 in awesome shape for cheap, let me know. I'd be interested. But anyway, that's